Pontiac G8. We're gonna be doing a tune-up. I'm gonna show you guys how to remove the spark plugs and the upper intake. It should be something simple. First of all, you have to remove this top cover that makes it a little hard to, makes it look like it's hard to remove, but it's just easy. They just popped out. We want this one, and then we have the spark plugs here. There's 1, 2, 3. The last one is easy to remove, but these two, you have to remove the intake to get to these two. Same thing on the other side. There's 2 that are easy and 1 that is underneath the intake. So we need to remove the intake. So to start, we need to remove this. This is in size 7, and this is size 7. Then we have a hose here. You're going to just get a screwdriver and pop it out. Move it to the side. Then you're gonna have to unplug all the hoses that are connected. There's one more here. It's gonna have to, you pretty much have to get a screwdriver like this, pop this gray locking thing, and press in and pull at the same time, or just get a screwdriver to help you as you pull it, and then you take it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There's ones on this corner. They're all size 6. These are easy. The one that's gonna be tough is this 13 in the back. Right here. Okay, so I'm gonna use the shorter thing with a thin ratchet. I'm barely able to touch it. I'm using this air blower because there's a lot of dirt on these holes, and when you remove the intake, you don't want now that dirt going inside you. Now remove the intake. On the passenger side, there's one more hose that you need to remove. It's right here. That one connects to the booster. That's the one that gives back into the booster. So you just slide it out before you take out. Okay, you know what, guys? I was trying to take out the intake, but it's giving me a hard time. You guys gonna have to remove this bracket. It's a size 10 because that bracket is holding a connector in the back that is not gonna let you take out the intake. This is small 10. In reality, if you don't want to take out the intake, you can just lift it, and that's gonna give you enough room to take out the. So the main reason I remove everything is because I want to change the gaskets. This car has about 140,000 miles, and I don't want to reuse the same gaskets. So that's why. But I mean, if you don't want to change the gasket, you can just lift it a little bit to get to the bolts and take out the coils. But it's better if you change the gasket. So I have the new spark plugs. The part number is 441990. And we're gonna put the new spark plugs, and I also have the new gasket here. So the good thing about these spark plugs, guys, they already come pre-gap. The only thing you have to make sure you don't drop them or hit this part, because you're gonna mess the gap. So that's the only thing you have to make sure. You don't even have to touch it, because if you touch it, you can break the little. Remove the connector here. It's the same system like the throttle body. Oops, that one cracked. So you just have to slide it back. See how it slides back? It's kind of hard, but That's the way you have to do all of them. They're the same system. And then you just take out the bolt on the coil, size 10. The coil comes out, and you got the spark plug in there. So this is a 5/8 size. You don't have to use this long socket. If you don't have it, you can just use a regular socket with an extension. I don't know if you noticed, but in the middle I put a rag just in case any dirt, any trash flies into the inside the intake. It won't go in. Just for safety. So I already got all my spark plugs in. I'm just gonna make sure they're tight. Very important when you put in the spark plugs, make sure you have the rubber inside the socket, because if you don't have it, you can crack the spark plugs. That's one thing that I learned the hard way. I usually just put brake cleaner on a rag and I go around it, trying to clean as much as I can. You don't have to put silicone in it. If you put new gaskets, there's no need for silicone. And we just have to make sure we plug this connector and this hose in the back, the one that connects to the one that connects to the booster. This bolt in the corner, you have to put it in as you put the with the intake together, because if you put the intake, if you don't put this bolt, you're not gonna be able to put it in, because this part hits. Okay, so you don't have to put it all the way in, just enough to plug this connector. You line up these 4 bolts first. That way you know the gasket didn't move. Put these 2 and then screw this bolt. Screw this one and the one in the back first. Because if you don't line up those 2, then that means the gasket is not in. Okay, so from there, we have to make sure we plug this bracket, the one that bracket holding the connector for the injectors. Alright, so this is the bracket that I was telling you. This is a size 10 and this is the bracket. And in the back you can see the connector moving. Make sure you remove that connector, that bracket, because if you're trying to take off the intake complete, that's gonna give you a hard time. Alright guys, so our tune-up here is done. We have our 6 spark plugs out. I just have to put the intake hose that goes here, and that's it for today, guys. Please, if you like this video, if you guys learned something, like and comment, and don't forget, guys, try to be better every day.